Through obviously the final possession and then what it took from you guys in the final five.
I mean, obviously there were some mistakes. My turnover, end of regulation. I think Brian had one, or close to end of overtime, foul. But hey, it's I guess playoff basketball. You take every win you can get.
Mistakes aside, what can be said about the resilience of this group, especially right now?
A lot. I mean, obviously we didn't have our best stuff tonight. They come out from the jump and played well. But I think when I was on the radio outside, they said that they didn't have a bucket until Conley's free throws like the last 6 minutes. So that's big right there. I mean, that's how you win games like that.
What is it about this team? I mean, considering you started 2-10 and got to where you are now, you were down big tonight. You just kept plugging away, kept battling, and it's almost like it's a team that won't die.
Yeah, I mean, with the talent that we have, you have Brown, AD, D'Lo, you're never really out of a game, regardless, if it's 20, 15, whatever. I mean, if you, like you said, chip away and really just lock in on the defensive end, I think offensively we score really well. So if you just, lock in and, like you said, chip away, you're never out of the game. So that was really, like the mindset that we have, every game.
To go through those swings from a game-time three from LeBron to a turnover to the go-ahead three from Schroeder to the foul, to be able to go through all that experience and get the win, can you add something to the team kind of dynamic? The ups and downs, but you get the up.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to. I think I remember Arkansas baseball was in the College World Series. I think probably 3 or 4 years ago, and they had a pop fly drop. Foul ball between 3 players, and it was kind of one of those things that after that they just couldn't get over, and that it's kind of like a play that happened tonight, the turnovers and then the foul, but with the mindset that we have, it was just the next play. We didn't dwell on it or anything like that, and that just shows the resilience of the team, and the main goal is to win regardless of whatever happens throughout the game.
I also through the big plays and tough stretches, how would you compare what the fan atmosphere was like for a playing game compared to the regular season?
It was great. They always show up and make noise, but tonight was extra special. It's probably the loudest I've seen it since I've been here, and rightfully so for a big game.
Ask for is a chance, I guess, and for us to turn around our season and give ourselves an opportunity to compete for the Larry O'Brien Trophy. That's all you can ask for.
LeBron, in a lot of ways, this game kind of felt like your year. Slow start, had to fight back into it. As you guys move ahead, how much confidence do you draw from the fact that this team has shown this level of resilience throughout the year?
Yeah, that's one thing we've been really good at. Even through ups and downs, we've been very resilient, been able to stick with the game, and find a way to gut it out and win. Either with slow starts or not finishing the game off how we would like to, but just always trying to find a way. And tonight was another instance of that versus a very, very, very good team.
LeBron, did you guys as a group have to kind of reset mentally going into overtime after the swing of Schroeder hitting the shot and then Conley getting fouled?
Oh, yeah, of course.
And what was said or what was done to get?
No, we discussed it on the bench. The play was between me and AD. We discussed it on the bench, and then, we move forward. Because we still got 5 more minutes to play. And that's how we started overtime. We outscored them in OT 10-4. So we was able to, recalibrate, get our game back, and then go on. I think we scored the first 5 points of overtime, and it was good for us.
Obviously, it wasn't the prettiest of games. Do you think there's anything to glean about how this could reflect what you look like in the first round, or is it separate? And can you turn the page going into the Memphis?
This was definitely a playoff game. Playoff atmosphere, playoff intensity. The refs allowed us to play. It felt like the playoffs. So it's good to get into the playoff feel of the game. But obviously it's a different matchup that we have coming this weekend with Memphis. And, take our day off tomorrow and get our minds right and get our bodies whatever, and watch the playing games tomorrow, and then start to lock in on our opponent on Thursday as a group, and go from there and see how we match up with this team.
LeBron, there was a moment in the overtime where you were bent over, and Dennis came over, I think rubbed you on the head. I don't know if that could touch on your hair or not, but there was also then AD came over. Was that a moment where you, all of you guys, just given all you had, and you had it just to collect yourself?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's playoff intensified out there, and you down for loose balls, you taking charges, you running guys off the line, trying to keep a body in front of them. You rebounding, you assisting, you giving, you basically just taking the gas tank down to E and then trying to refuel as much as you can, see if it's a reserve tank. So, definitely, when you got guys that's, doing the same thing, taking it down to E, that it gives you motivation also to get up and, you'll get energy, after the game, but you can always find a way to make one more play or, one more steal or one more block out, one more rebound, or, and get one more stop. And, that's what we did in overtime.
LeBron, I know you said you're going to lock into things more on Thursday, but what are your early thoughts on the matchup with Memphis and just kind of?
Really good team, very well coached, very well balanced. Obviously, the head of snake is John Morant, but another all-star in Jaren Jackson, who's up there, one of the defensive player of the year, his ability to block shots, but offensively, he's very dynamic as well. Tyus Jones, the point guard off the bench, has led the league in the assist-to-turnover ratio like the last 6 years, so he complements them very well. Desmond Bane, I think in his second or third year, but he plays like a veteran. His ability to shoot the ball from the three-point line is also his ability to, attack an early transition. Dylan Brooks, an opportunity to go out there and you can't disrespect him because he makes shots, and Xavier Tillman has been playing good basketball. Obviously, he's been well coached all the way from college days, with Coach Izzo, to now, and so on and so on. I mean, they got Luke Kennard, who broke my scoring record in high school. He passed me in high school, and there's a reason why, because he's a laser from the three-point line. His ability to shoot the ball, is uncanny, and they got so many other guys also off the bench that you can't disrespect, because they will make you pay. Obviously, I haven't thought about Memphis one minute.
Last three, we'll go Malika, then we'll go Kurt, and then we'll end with Tim Parker.
LeBron, you said that really you just wanted a chance, right? A shot at getting to where you are now. But we've yet to see in, the third official year of the play-in, a team who was in the play-in go and really make noise in a first-round series. Do you think that's just a matter of seeding? Is that a matter of something getting taken out of those teams in the play-in? How do you kind of look at that, and how can you do that differently this year?
I don't know. Obviously, I'm never been a big fan of the play-in. I said that when it first started. I'm still not a big fan of it, but it is what it is.